All right, we are back at the 2025 Volleyball Media Days, and we have the Southside Panthers in with us at this time, and I'm going to let Coach introduce herself at this time, and then each individual young lady can.
Angie Revis.
Katie Lambert,
Emma Rogers.
Allie Rogers, Hannah Westcott, Addison Camacho, Emily Kate, Annabelle Cashman, Rowan Shaw, Tamara Bryant.
Coach, we're going to start back right over here with you. We always start these interviews out the same. Take us through this off season with Southside Volleyball from the time last season ended to now. Just kind of catch us up to speed, so to speak, with the Southside Volleyball program.
Well, from the end of our season last year, we didn't do a lot. We got multiple sports athletes that do other things. But we did pick back up in the summer. Well, a lot of them play club volleyball. But then we picked back up in the summer and started our workouts in June. 3 days a week. Didn't do a lot of volleyball, maybe some open gym days, but June's not really the volleyball month. So we picked back up right up the 4th of July week. And we went to West Florida. We love to go down to the Foley OWA Center, play there. We just see teams that we don't normally see around here, which is good, especially some of the southern teams that are down there. We'll compete there. It's a gruesome camp, like it's 3 days nonstop, wear you out, like you're exhausted when we get back. And then we had a couple of play dates. We had one at home, and then went to West Morgan and played there. Played some teams that we don't normally see up, the northern part. And that's where we are so far. Ready to start tomorrow.
Coach, when you look to your left, which will be our right, watching this video, and you see this many young ladies, this much senior leadership, that has to get you fired up as a coach, that you don't have to go in and reteach a lot of things, that a lot of these young ladies over the years have gained your respect. They're coaches on the court, so to speak. Talk about that a little bit.
I'm very fortunate because they have been here, through the duration in the last 4 years. I trust them. They are good girls. They're all different. They all are coached different and they play different. And we do have a lot of diversity, but the chemistry, we're building the chemistry more now and learning one another. And that's what I'm excited about, starting up this next week, just putting it all together. We haven't really done anything real strict, as far as like practice strict. Everything's just been getting in the gym, getting reps. But I'm excited to see how serious they get and how determined that they're, to compete and go as far as we can.
What did you learn about this particular team at that camp? You said it was 3 days, real grueling. It kind of pushed them as a team. What did you learn by putting them in the fire, so to speak?
Just who was going to get the job done, which they all did. Like they all worked hard. We did a couple of things down there, figuring out our strengths and then also working on our weaknesses. And I think that is kind of an eye opener. It was a characteristic test, like anyway, it just shows like who they are, and that's going to really help us. Just how to coach each one of them, throughout the season.
Absolutely. Now, each one of you young ladies, talk about your role in this team in particular. You're all seniors. It's your team. The team's going to be on your back for the entire season. Just your role in particular. You want to start? She can start. You can start.
I'm a setter on the team, and so over the years I've had to learn to lead. I have to learn where the ball needs to get put in tough situations, but I also have to encourage our team to pick them up, and I just have to maybe lead our teams.
I'm a setter and I do this too. So when I set, I do the same thing as Emma, but also when I do this, I have to tell the hitters what to do and be loud.
So I'm in the middle, but recently I've been nothing because I just came back from ACL.
Yeah, you had ACL, I remember.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So my role's been a little bit different this summer, just being a supporter off the court and creating or keeping that chemistry, not being able to play. I'm a middle, and I feel like this is my first year like really playing middle. But I feel like I'm just here to score points, and I'm just trying to make everybody have fun.
I'm a DS, and I feel like my role is to read what the front row can't see and let them know what's open and where they should head.
I'm a left side, and I'm a DS. I feel like my job is definitely like just keeping the team up and just making sure no one gets down on themselves. Because I know that's really easy, like it happens very easily, myself included. Definitely just keeping the energy up and putting the ball away, especially on the front row, because I mean that's how you score points. And yeah.
I kind of play everywhere. So I'm not really sure. But a role that I want to play for like my team, I want to be a leader, and I want to help everybody, encourage everybody, even if they're down or anything like that. I just want to help everybody to be happy and and just really help them out.
I'm a middle hitter, so my job is really just to make sure I'm blocking, listening to Coach Travis when he tells me to block, and score all the points I can.
I'm gonna start right back here with you, Coach Revis. Can you talk about what you've learned from her that you're going to take away into your day-to-day life, even after you graduate and stop playing volleyball?
How to not give up after not doing something the first time I did it, and I guess how to have thick skin, because she can be hard on you sometimes, but she's always doing it out of like love, and she cares about all of us.
It's good.
Definitely to have thick skin, but it is a love thing. And she's taught me a lot by being a leader. She trusts me a lot, so I just try to put that into play on the volleyball court and everything.
Coach Revis, I would say like she's always there for like every athlete on our team. So anytime you get down on yourself, she's always right there. Like for instance, when I'm on the court, I easily get in my head, and anytime I look at her, she's either saying something funny to like get me out of my head, or just like no, like tune it out. Like come on, let's go. Like you need to lock in. But yeah, she's definitely going to be someone who I definitely go to if I need anything after this season. So I know she'll always be there for me.
Coach Travis is constantly, anytime I'm under pressure, she's teaching me ways on how I can push through it and just ways that I can get better through playing if I'm really going through something.
Yeah. So I've only known Coach Revis for like a year, but like in this year, she's taught me how to just be willing to try new things and like just work hard. Like I haven't worked really this hard since I started playing.
I think for me, just creating like adult relationships in general, because especially as a freshman, like coming up, I was super shy, and creating new relationships with people my age and my peers was difficult in general. And so I had a really difficult time like trusting in the adults and the coaches and creating those bonds. But she's definitely made it easier, and I think I've gotten a lot closer since year one. So yeah.
For me, I get in my head a lot, and I'm really hard on myself sometimes when I'm playing volleyball. So Coach Travis really helps with that and tells me like it's okay and like I'm going to be fine. So that has definitely helped a lot.
I struggle with confidence when I play, and I was really involved last year, but we got really close last year, I think, and she's taught me how to get out of my head and play calm. She's also taught me that it is going to be hard, at, like working to get your position, keep going. We're going to play tough matches, but she's taught me that just put all my work into it.
We do have like a bunch of downtimes, but like every time I look at Revis, she's I always end up laughing because it's like some face that she'll make or anything like that. But she's also taught us to have like thick skin because we always get down and she yells at us a lot. But it always turns out good for all of us. And
Coach, volleyball's great and everything, but teaching these young ladies to be great moms one day, great citizens once they graduate is the main factor. Talk about that a little bit and how hearing these nice things that these young ladies have said about you, how that makes you feel as a coach.
Well, I always want them or encourage them to be better versions of themselves. In other words, like get better in your everyday life as well as your sports, because they're not going to do this forever. But it's interesting to hear the things that they say about me, because we don't get to share that very often with one another. And I'm glad that they do know how much I do care, and they can sense that without me even saying that. And that means a lot to me too. So, you know, you're dealing with a perfectionist, an enthusiast, an achiever, an individualist. I mean, you know, all of that diversity within this team. And I told them out there in the hallway, I was like, you've got a lot going for you right now. And it's going to be up to, if you've got it in your guts, you know, and you can make it happen, this team can do whatever they want to.
Absolutely. Coach, a couple more questions, and I'll let you guys go because I know you got a lot to do on Sundays. But this volleyball team in particular right here, at Southside, there's always a standard. You guys have been a staple of Etowah, not just Etowah County, but North Alabama volleyball. Can you talk about that and how each and every year that, you know, certain teams come into a season with certain expectations, but Southside's is always, tip of the iceberg, so to speak. You guys take volleyball very, very seriously. Can you talk about that and how you got to not only maintain that standard, but take it to another level?
Well, it was developed many years ago with some championship runs, you know, going to the Elite Eight 5 years in a row. That was in the early 2000s. And yes, from then on, it's been a standard. And we built that standard, and we're going to maintain that standard. And that's what drives us to be good and successful. But they've got to put the work in. You know, that doesn't happen just because that's what we want it, you know, to be. And they put the work in and the time, and they endure, you know, the tough times in coaching. And yes, we cry, or yes, we get mad, but you know, it's what we do past that and overcome that. And you know, just overcoming those obstacles throughout the season is what, you know, builds that standard.
Gotcha.
Take a lot of pride in that.
Coach, before we let you get out of here, just your overall thoughts, final thoughts heading into this season that's right upon us.
Well, I told him, I said, your schedule is loaded. And I made that comment a minute ago about it's loaded. And long story short, I had a T-shirt on the other day that said, "Get loaded." And it was T-bombs. It's the T-bombs, nutrition T-bombs. And they're like, "Get loaded." I was like, "Who wants to see the T-bombs on my shirt?" But anyway, so if this is going to turn into a running joke for the season, and it's
awesome.
going to be something that sticks with us, which is fine, because that gives us the identity or
Yeah.
some brand that we've got to go on. And if it makes us laugh and we're in the middle of a tough time and I'm like, "Get loaded," then it might just loosen us up. I mean,
Josh said he's going to make some graphics. He's already his wheels is already turning.
But yeah, that's our schedule is tough, and
Yeah.
we're playing a quad match in Jasper, Spanish Fort, and you know, Buckhorn, and all those bigger schools, and we go to Birmingham just about every week. We're going to Shrimp Fest. This is the first time we've been able to go to Shrimp Fest in Gulf Shores, so we're excited about that. And it's there, like I said, whatever they want to do, and how hard they want to work, it's right there for them.
Guys, I appreciate you guys sitting in with us, and good luck going forward this season, and looking forward to covering you guys. Thank you.